Good morning, guys. So, y'all, it happened again. I had another dream about the prince once again. And I realized it's been like literally 13 days since I last dreamed about him. I'm like, what is going on, you guys? And it's crazy because, okay, last night I actually was on a radio interview call as a listener with Dr. Umar Johnson. It was a really good interview that he did last night. And I was tuning in. First, there was some technical difficulties, but luckily the radio host was able to iron out those problems. And listening, it was a really good interview and everything. And I had some questions that I sent to Dr. Umar through the radio host, and the call ended. It ended, I think, around like 9:30 Pacific Standard Time, so that would be like 12:30 East Coast. So it was a kind of late radio interview last night, surprisingly, but lo and behold, it went down despite the technical difficulties that took place. So the radio interview ended, right? And it's like I'm trying to figure out how did this dream come about, because I know, okay, I was listening to Dr. Umar Johnson talk, and of course you guys know that I support him, that I admire him. I let the cat out of the bag like months ago that of course I'm attracted to him. It's kind of hard to keep that in. I tried to keep it in for like the longest, like many months, but I couldn't. I just had to like be transparent. Ugh, I'm outside and somebody smoking cigarettes, and I hate the freaking smell of cigarettes. But anyway, so I tried to keep it in, but I couldn't. So I was like, let me just put it out there. Let me just put it out there. But I did. I think I did a good job for a long time keeping in my little secret. Because for the longest, like even when you guys probably saw my first video supporting him and wondering like, why he's under attack and all of this stuff, right? Like you guys didn't even know that I had that physical attraction to him in my very, very first Dr. Mark Johnson video. You guys can go back and watch that. That was like months ago. That was like probably, I don't know, last year, maybe the beginning of this year when I made like that video. You guys didn't. You guys had no clue. So it was just recently that I actually revealed that I have an attraction to him, and it's like this is the second dream. Like it's the second time he's appeared in my dream, y'all. I'm just like, oh my gosh. And again, like I said, maybe it has something to do with being on the radio interview call last night and listening, to him talk, I don't know. But that's the thing, is like we don't, how I see it, I don't necessarily have control over like what I'm going to dream about necessarily. Like it's not like I'm like, okay, saying, oh, I want to dream about Dr. Lamar Johnson. It doesn't happen that way. It's just like it happens. It's like out of nowhere. It's like he appears in my dream, and y'all, yeah. First of all, I know y'all might be a little bit disappointed because I'm not going to tell y'all in this video what the dream was about. I'm going to get into that later. But I want to say, like, it's like before I fell asleep last night, he wasn't necessarily on my mind. Like the call had ended, the radio interview call had ended, and I actually was in communication with my dissertation chair. You guys know I'm in a PhD program, and I'm in the process of developing my dissertation. So I was actually in communication with my dissertation chair because we meet every single week, and I got an email from her, and she was saying that we may not be able to meet this week, which was supposed to meet today, and yeah, I'm kind of distracted because I'm sitting here at my school and I'm looking through this classroom window, and I see this doctor wearing his white lab coat. He looks just like Dr. Daniel Amen. But anyway, that's besides the point. So yeah, we were like in communication trying to figure out how we're gonna meet, and she talked about possibly a Skype, you know, because she had some like personal issues at home, you know, with her dog. So she's like, we're not gonna be able to meet um, today. And so, you know, I was back and forth communication with her, and we just ended up deciding, you know, that I could give her an update via email, and we're going to meet next week. So we meet like every single week just to make sure that I'm on track with everything with my development for my dissertation. So that was like the pretty much last thing that was on my mind last night before I fell asleep. And they say usually like when you dream, it's usually something that I guess is on your mind like before you fall asleep. Like let's say you watch a scary movie, then that's what may trigger, you know, a nightmare, you know, when you go to sleep. But for me, like Dr. Umar Johnson, he wasn't in my mind when I fell asleep. But maybe I guess somehow being on the call, the radio interview call that he did last night, maybe somehow he just remained in my subconscious mind. And all I know is I ain't gonna, like I say, I'm not going to talk about what the dream was about as bad as I want to, because the dream blew my freaking mind, you guys. Like literally, it blew my mind, but I can't share with you guys. I can, but I choose not to. And I'm gonna tell you guys why. Because, you know, granted, I have a lot of people that support me on my YouTube channel, which is where I usually post my Facebook Live videos. Um, and people who follow Dr. Umar Johnson have started following me because they see my videos in support of him. And, you know, it's good people out there, but it's still a small handful of trolls that have subscribed to my freaking YouTube channel. And they are stalking me, trolling me, you know? And I feel like they shouldn't be privy to that kind of information. They should not be privy to my dream that I had about Dr. Umar Johnson, because y'all, this is what I'm going to do. And I'm going to tell you guys how you guys can access it. So I am going to, in another link, I'm going to share. It's going to be a private link. I'm going to talk about what I dreamed about. I'm going to talk about the dream that I had about Dr. Umar Johnson in full detail. I ain't leaving out nothing. I'm going to talk about it in full detail. And in order for you guys to be able to see it, this is what I want you guys to do. It's easy. Simply comment below 3 reasons why you support Dr. Umar Johnson. Just 3. 3 genuine reasons why you support Dr. Umar Johnson, or even the FDMG Academy, his school that he is developing. Comment those below, and alongside the comment, within the comment, I want you guys to include a link to your Facebook page. It's simple. So comment 3 reasons why you support Dr. Umar Johnson below, and in your comment include the link to your Facebook page. Why Facebook? Well, Facebook is like the #1 social media networking site, you guys. If you guys didn't know, Facebook has over 2 billion monthly active users. So, and I am one of them. And like I said, 2 billion, that's a lot. It is the highest, most active social networking site online, you guys. Like, it's pretty big. And so that's the one that I use. That's the one that I create my YouTube videos on. So you guys who are watching this, most of you guys probably are watching this on YouTube, but I actually create my videos on my Facebook page. So very simple. All you guys got to do is comment 3 reasons. And that shouldn't be hard for the supporters. I know it's going to be very difficult for the trolls, because it's very interesting, I think, how really the trolls, they are probably like Dr. Umar Johnson's #1 fans. That's usually how it works, you know? It's like the people who hate you are the people who absolutely love you. And it's like they know more about Dr. Umar Johnson probably than his most loyal followers, the ones who genuinely do care about him. So you got people who troll and hate on him, but it's like a part of them actually loves him. And I know that they are watching this video and they probably want to know so bad what the dream was about. And the interesting thing now, this is, I think, is so amazing, like the way the mind works, you guys, because for you guys who saw my video that I posted with talking about my first dream that I had about Dr. Mark Johnson, it's interesting to see like this dream is like a sequence to that. And so it's like there's a part one, there's a part two. It's like how in the hell? So who knows if I'm gonna have a third dream and what the hell that's gonna be about. But all I can say is this dream, y'all, when I woke up, I was like, oh my gosh. I was like, oh my gosh. So if you guys are curious and would like to know what I dreamed about, because like again, like I said, there is a link that I will share with you guys for the ones who comment below 3 reasons why you support Dr. Umar Johnson. Let it be positive, you know. I'm a positive person. I don't deal with the negativity. People who are trolling on my YouTube channel and leaving negative comments, they are blocked from my page. Whether it's a negative comment about me or Dr. Umar Johnson, they block. So no one can see your comment. For those who troll, can't see what you're saying. You can see it, but nobody else can because you're you're permanently blocked from my YouTube channel. But yeah, make sure you include your Facebook link because that's how I'm going to be able to send you the link to where you can see me talk about the actual dream that I had last night about Dr. Umar Johnson. Yeah, it was beautiful. That's all I can say. It was beautiful. And of course, it's something that is on my, like, how can it not be on my mind? I wake up, I'm just like, oh my gosh. That's all I can say is like, oh my freaking gosh. It was a wonderful, I just woke up feeling great. Just like the first dream. I just woke up feeling so great and so relieved. Now, I know not everybody has Facebook, which you guys should, but that's how I'll be able to send the link. That's why I tell you guys to make sure you include the link to your Facebook profile or fan page so that I could message you the link to where you can see where I talk about the actual, I hate the smell of freaking cigarettes, but I'm gonna hurt in this video because it's choking my oxygen. But they shouldn't even allow people to smoke near buildings. They should. Ugh, I hate that. Not everyone has Facebook, which, like I said, you guys should, because it's like the most used social networking site with 2.23 billion monthly active users. But for those of you guys who are old school, old fashioned, and on social media, below, when you include your 3 reasons why you support Dr. Umar Johnson, make sure you include your email address, and I will personally email you directly the link, because I don't want everybody to have it. I feel like it ain't everybody's business, and some of the haters don't know how to handle certain kind of information. I feel like his supporters will, but the haters don't know how to handle that information. So I gotta go because I can't stand the smell of freaking cigarette smoke. But I will catch you guys in the next vlog. Oh my gosh, love you, Dr. Umar Johnson. Bye.